Welcome to Pydle Day 16. Pydle is a daily puzzle that you need to solve by writing Python code. It uses a little graphic canvas, so you need to reproduce the graphic on the right by writing your Python code and filling in the cells on the left. Your result will be shown. Today's Pydle is a little house with a red roof and a brown door. It's symmetrical around the y-axis, so that should be quite fun to solve. Hope you have a go. As usual, I will now solve yesterday's Pydle, which was a smiley with a neutral expression. So there's a lot of symmetry there. So it's definitely symmetrical around the y-axis. Then we're missing, there's just the middle cell of the mouth that makes it non-symmetrical on the x-axis. But we're still going to use Cartesian coordinates to make things easier for us. So let's start with our two loops for x in range -2, 3. We now gotten used to this type of loop. So range produces a sequence of numbers. For y in range -2, 3. Okay, so that's our two loops. So the corners, the corner properties, we've got if we do x times y and then take the absolute value, all the corners would equal 4. So we can say if absolute, that's the function to produce absolute value, x times y equals 4, then we need to do make those cells white. So we're going to do Pydle x, sorry, first one is y, and we need to do 2 minus y to convert to Pydle coordinates, and we can do x plus 2. We do 2 minus y because Python coordinates are the y coordinate in Python is the inverse of a Cartesian coordinate. No character, and the color is white. Okay, let's see if that worked. Okay, that's our white corners. So what do we need for the else if? Let's just first focus on the symmetry. So we can do a very similar to that. But if, so apart from the middle cell of the mouth, we're going to have a similar property, absolute value of x times y equals 1. We can do that as black, but Python's got a keyword called parse, which does nothing. So what is nice about that is a if statement or say a for loop always needs something in the body. But if we just wanted kind of to do nothing, then we could use parse. So we won't actually see anything if we run that because it's already black. But if you say the else and then do Pydle for the yellow, so 2 minus y, x plus 2, we should see something. Okay, so that's all the symmetrical bits done. Now we can have an extra line with, just adding that black cell, or we can further expand our condition for this else if. So if absolute value of x times y equals 1, that's the corners, and then do an OR. And what is that OR? So in there, x equals 1, sorry, x equals 0, and y equals minus 1. Okay, so you can see that cell in the middle of the neutral expression, the x coordinate in Cartesian coordinates is 0, and y is minus 1. And then it just passes to leave that cell black. And then we've got the final else to just color the rest of the graphic in yellow. So that's 5 lines. Let's see if that solves our puzzle. And it does. I hope you were able to solve yesterday's puzzle. If you miss out a day, you can always go back and solve previous day's puzzles. It won't actually change your stats because you didn't solve it on the day. Only puzzles you solve on the day will go into your stats. Okay, I hope you have fun solving today's Pydle and see you again tomorrow.